let's jump into this real quick. this Mook and Amber Rose shit. Did y'all see the clip on Drink Champs with Murda Mook and Amber Rose? I caught it yesterday, and I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna toss this on my podcast. Fuck it, I'm gonna have some fun. Shout out to Murda Mook, man. Shout out to Mook. It's my guy. You know, we put some epic shit together. Had that man return to battle rap after being away for almost 5 years. RBE brought that man back to battle rap. We also did a social distance battle with him and all that type of shit. And since then, he's been back in battle rap. You seen him do 2-on-2s. He like the Tay Rock battle. He did the Geechee battle recently. Shout out to Mook, man. And it's good to see Mook stay in the public eye, whether he's going to certain interviews, whether he's hopping on interviews like Hip Hop Is Real and whatnot. Shout out to Hip Hop Is Real. It's good to see him stay active. But Mook, I don't like this clip that's going around with you and Amber Rose, man. I don't like that. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit at all. I'm gonna tell you why I don't like it. So the clip, or like I said, I'm not sure if the full joint is out, but is Murda Mook and Amber Rose on Drink Champs. I think Lux might be there with him too. Shout out to Lux. So Mook is making a statement that not having talent is the new talent. It's a good perspective. Just think about that. Not having talent is the new talent. Now, it seems that that comment and that statement was more so aimed towards some of these Instagram models. It seemed like it was more aimed to women, right? That was just the way I perceived it, right? I mean, he's sitting there in front of Amber Rose. Then he starts freestyling or getting into this rap where he's kind of breaking down some of these. He's used the word hoes in it, or like these hoes doing this and doing that. But then again, you know, the guys are stupid for allowing them to do this. Trophy wives. We've met a bunch of trophy wives. We met a bunch of industry hoes. Like there's a saying, hoes is winning, right? They've been saying hoes is winning for a while. Just think about it. Right? This is not a shot to any of the hoes out there. You know what I'm saying? It's not a shot. I'm not here to fight y'all or nothing like that. But isn't that the talk of the town, right? We've been saying that for a while. Hoes is winning, right? What do we mean when we say hoes is winning? It kind of ties to what Mook is saying, that statement of not having talent is a new talent. Because when you think of having talent, you start thinking about people that have earned their position, whether it be from some form of grinding, some form of talent. Like let's say, I don't know, you went to school to be a lawyer, you went to school to be a nurse. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you were born with a gift to sing, you know, and you just became the next Mariah Carey or Beyonce type vocals, right? That's talent. Or acting skills. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's talent. But you got Amber Rose sitting in front of you. How did most of us meet Amber Rose? Me personally, I met Amber Rose just as it just looked like a sidekick to Kanye West at first. Just some girl that he was walking around with. They matched each other's type of presentation, like the way that they both look like they was into fashion or whatever. I mean, for all we know, wasn't there a song Yeezy taught me or whatever? He claimed he gave Amber Rose everything that she is, right? Whatever. That's their personal shit. But Amber Rose is somebody that has what? A slut walk movement, right? What is Amber Rose's talent? What have I ever seen Amber Rose do other than, I don't know, stick up for hoes and sluts? Or I know her for being with Kanye West. I know her for being with Wiz Khalifa. I know her for being with 21 Savage. And I'm pretty sure there's others similar to Kim Kardashian. I know Kim Kardashian was on a show or something like that early on. But me personally, I probably saw her name blow up when she was with Reggie Bush. And you know what I'm saying? Then the sex tape comes out. You got the Ray J shit. And she's with Kanye. She turned her pussy into a whole fucking empire, right? But I never understood what Kim Kardashian's true talent is. You know, we seen her empire got so big that she's there with Trump, helping people get out of jail and salute and whatnot. But I don't even see that talent with her, because if you see, you know, Kim publicly speak as if like she would take the podium, like let's say to speak up for like prison reform or something like that. Does she speak well? Does she seem to be cultivating or motivating somebody you could get behind to follow on important issues? You know what I'm saying? Like, I never realized what an Amber Rose or Kim Kardashian's true talent was. And Murda Mook on Drink Champs, he has this rap that kind of paints around that, right? And when he's done rapping, Amber Rose kind of challenges him. It's just like, yo, you got a problem with it? And I think I saw it on World Star. And I think even the title of the video is like Amber Rose backs Murda Mook down or had him in the corner or something like that, right? You know, and titles are titles. Sometimes titles are meant to just be catchy. Sometimes they're clickbaity, whatever. But when I see that title and I watch it for myself, the reason why I started this shit like, nah, Murda Mook, I don't like that shit, Mook. I don't like that shit, is because I know Mook. I know how Mook give it up. Mook said in the clip how aggressive he can be and how much he, you know what I'm saying? Now I get it as a female. Also, you might consider the platform, even though this is Nori and Drink Champs and niggas up there getting fucking drunk, talking about all types of wild shit, right? But Drink Champs, maybe you want to make sure that you come off to that large audience a certain way. And once again, this is a woman in front of you, and she happens to be a celebrity woman. She's got her network and her connections as well. Never know, you might be able to make some money with her one day. But when she challenged him based on his rap, the reason why I didn't really fuck with the way that he handled her is because I feel like letting a woman like Amber Rose challenge you in your face like that, and then letting them get off the hook with the fact that we don't know you for having any talent, and you yourself do things called slut walks meanwhile you have a child. The reason why I think that somebody like Amber Rose deserves to be challenged, and why not having talent is the new talent is dangerous, is for the following generations. That's my justification in this argument in front of anybody. I don't care if I'm in front of Amber Rose. I don't care if I'm in front of another woman. I don't care if I'm in front of some woman civil rights movement. I don't give a fuck if I'm in front of other men. My justification for not agreeing with that type of mentality that Amber Rose was there debating and defending with Murda Mook is the generations to come. I don't think it's safe for these younger women to feel like this is all I need to do. I could end up with my own TV show if I end up sleeping or having a baby by, you know, the right guy or something like that. Think about it like this. And I feel like this would apply to definitely men, but women too. Let me ask you something. If you have a daughter, right? If you have a daughter, would you let's say you're 12, you're 13, let's give just breaking into a teen. Your 13-year-old daughter walks up to you. This is for men and women, fathers and mothers. Your 13-year-old daughter walks up to you and says, yo, this Saturday, I'm going to go to Amber Rose's slut walk. What's your reaction? What's your reaction? If Amber Rose is out here defending that hoes, it's okay to whatever, and literally defending the word hoe, because we've only used it in really one sense, hoe. It's like nobody wants their daughter to be called a hoe. Nobody is going to allow their daughter to be called a hoe and then justify like, oh no, you meant this in an endearing way. No, nobody. If it's your mother or your daughter, you're not fucking with the word hoe. You're not fucking with the terminology behind it. You're not fucking with the imagery of it. Okay. So this is what I want to go towards, because I don't want to argue with the Amber Roses of the world, because they'll have all different types of justifications of why they're important, or why they've done what they've done, and it's impacted people's lives in a positive way. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of women that have gained confidence from watching Kim Kardashian or Amber Rose. I just don't want that type of confidence if it was my daughter or my sister or my mother, because once again, what you're directly and indirectly promoting is that you don't have to secure yourself from a talent or grind to be successful. You just have to look a certain way. You just have to be in certain places at the right time or be next to certain people. That is not a form of independence. You may get to independence later on if this worked out. There's only but so many Kim Kardashians and Amber Roses in the world. All these women that might think that they're just going to find a sugar daddy and get taken care of or be the next trophy wife, good luck. A lot of these niggas are gonna take advantage of you. You're gonna get passed around the industry like most of these girls. Some of y'all are just gonna go into the new era form of prostitution, which is at least making sure that a nigga fly you out and pay for you, and you might leave with a bag or a couple dollars because maybe little baby raps about it. Get a bitch 1,000 or 5,000 for some ass and then send her back to where she's from. Some of y'all gonna justify getting paid like that. Some of y'all gonna think that that's a job within itself. I'll use Chris Rock again. He said a father's only job is to keep his daughter off the pole. And that's what I want to go after. I want to go after the fathers and the mothers. If it was your daughter, would you be cool with it? Anybody that's in this chat that says, nah, my 13-year-old could walk up on me and say, I want to go to the Amber Rose's slut walk this weekend. And they like, oh, no, it's cool. Go ahead, Kim. Go ahead, go. Little Kimmy, go. My 13-year-old, I'll send her off. Or you allow Amber Rose to really try to put in your mind like, no, it's okay to be a hoe or whatever. Or move like this towards success. Or this is a fine way to have ambition. If you end up in a certain situation, let me make this deviation real clear because I'm not a hater. If you are a woman and you end up next to a man or another woman, right? And the situation for you just ends up being successful and fruitful. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you genuinely like each other, love each other. You form this. He happens to be a millionaire or a billionaire. Millionaires and billionaires have girlfriends and wives too. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you just genuinely fell into a dope situation. There's no hate. There's no hate at all. You know what I'm saying? But to aspire is a different animal. To aspire, for example, you got a little daughter that's in the 5th grade, and instead of her head being in them books or trying to go find a trade to move towards a career or locate within herself what her talent is, whether it's talking, whether it's negotiating, whether it's selling, whether it's singing, whether it's dancing. You know what I'm saying? Instead of finding their talent or getting on some type of grind towards a career or some type of way where you know you could generate income to be independent if need be. If that's not your ambition, I think that's dangerous. We're already seeing that for this generation. We're already seeing that shit for this generation. The ambition is gone. IG within itself, things like Backpage and whatnot. Women is just like, yo, what I'm gonna go to school for? What I'm gonna get a job for? What I'm gonna have a career for? What I'm gonna go work a 9 to 5 for? What I'm gonna grind for? What I'm gonna fuck a talent? I could literally throw this on, throw that on, whatever, shake a little ass, show a little pussy over here, show a little nipple print over here, boom, 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 and get paid off for this post. And then you got some of these women on these fucking websites talking about, yeah, I made $10,000 last month off of my whatever page, back whatever it is with the popular ones that women make. I'm not a hater. I'm just talking about the ambition towards that. To me is dangerous. That's the problem. First of all, none of that shit is long term. Talent and built careers and built lanes last a large part of your life. You know what I'm saying? You could do that shit in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, right? You start to look towards retirement at a certain point in your 50s, 60s, and of course your 70s, depending on how you set yourself up. You know what I'm saying? But if your ambition is towards shaking some ass or whatever, and that's what you got off the books, you got off the talent, you got off the grind, you got off the careers, you was doing, and that was your mind state in your 20s. By the time you're in your 30s, or your mid 30s or your late 30s, what happens if you have a kid in that time span and your body doesn't form back up? We can get into plastic surgery or that shit later on, but what happens if your body changes, whether just from a child that you had or just the nature of having time age your body? Women, by the time you get to your late 30s and your 40s, you might be fucked. You still trying to shake ass and you're 40 years old? I used that analogy a while ago. I was just like, give yourself an age of what you want to live to. Let's say you say, I want to live to about 70 or 80. Cool. So if you reach 40 and you want to make it to 70, that's 30 more years. If you've set yourself up to only be able to make money from shaking ass in your 20s and some of your 30s, what happens by the time you get to late 30s and 40s and you still got another 30, 20, 30 or 40 years of life to live? You better hope there's somebody there to take care of your ass at that point. That's my problem. My problem isn't falling into a situation that's dope. My problem isn't even doing it in the first place. My problem is having that as your set ambition. Because none of y'all that are mothers and fathers would aspire for your daughter to be the next Amber Rose or I shouldn't say be the next Amber Rose. Some of y'all might, but to be on the path of the next Amber Rose, go find you a nigga, jump around, whatever. And if it works, have you a kid with, is that what you really aspire towards? Look at Brittany Renner. At least she's interesting. At least. Like, I've seen her Instagram before. At least she has personality and she's charismatic. Like, she looks like somebody that could be funny around, could be the life of the party. You know what I'm saying? You could enjoy her as company. You know what I'm saying? I could see her podcasting or talking, or that's a talent. She has charisma. She has good communication. She can get her point across to people. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? But what she's selling, like when she's fresh off of having a kid and the type of captions that she posts, like, I'm back out in these streets, hide your teenagers, hide your, like, that's a message that your child might see one day. It's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little defensive for the upcoming generation and the fathers and the mothers that wouldn't want that for their daughters. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Sorry, it's true.